joining me for more action from the Tenant Tax Summit in London, and both landlord associations are represented here today, the RLA and the NLA, both donated to the cause. And I'm joined now by David Smith, who's well-known solicitor of Anthony Gold and also policy director for the Residential Landlords Association. And David, how important a day is today?
It's very important. It's a really tough time for landlords. There are so many different things going on. But it's really important to have these kind of summits and interest groups really taking ownership of a really big issue and bringing together groups that don't always get together to fight together to deal with something that's really important to landlords and makes a big difference, not just to landlords, but to tenants as well.
Indeed. And what's the RLA's view on the judicial review? Because obviously you are a supporter here today.
Judicial reviews are always tough. We took our own legal advice about whether we would carry out a judicial review ourselves, but actually, in the end, it was the same time as the tenant tax judicial review was commencing, and we felt it was better to support a larger judicial review that embraced more of the landlord community, that could bring together more people, and had some good ideas.
I mean, it could be said that today we're kind of preaching to the converted, because the 600 people here today are already contributors to the campaign and probably represent a very small minority of the landlord community. What we really need to do is to reach out to all those landlords that probably have a couple of buy-to-let properties there at work today, and this isn't even on their radar, but this event can be a springboard to that, can't it?
Yes, it's certainly a concern, and some of the commenters here today said that many landlords won't notice it until they come to do their tax returns in 2 or 3 years' time, and that is a great worry. It remains the case that a lot of the landlord community is not very heavily engaged, but the more people that are here talking about these issues, the more that they get on the internet and in the media, the more likely it is that those landlords who aren't aware or aren't engaged will become engaged and will realise the importance of doing it. So it's one of these things that we just have to keep growing the grassroots until the grassroots are the mainstream.
Very good point. Now, there's a wider picture happening here today in respect of the coalition approach that Steve Bolton talked about. Lots of industry stakeholders and interested parties joining together in a not-for-profit format to fight landlord causes. What do you think of that idea? Is that a way forwards?
Yes, I think it's sometimes a problem with government that we don't all speak with one voice and we get a bit of divide and conquer. At the same time, of course, there has to be room for more than one landlord organisation. Some people want to join a local organisation, some people want to join a national organisation. The different organisations have slightly different viewpoints and cater to slightly different groups of landlords. So there probably should be a range of different organisations with different voices, but it's really useful, and this I think is a lesson for us as well, that on really key issues we need to come together and work together much more, and I hope this will be the start of a number of these type of initiatives.
I think so, because obviously this is a day to forget about agendas, to forget about difference of opinion and just really all work together.
Yes, I mean there are always different agendas and differences of opinion, and there are differences of opinion about how this matter should be taken forward, but there's still a common cause that we don't think that landlords and tenants should be taxed in this way, and that's a fundamental and something which we can all agree on, and we should use those things we agree on.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you here today, David. Thank you very much for being a speaker for us at the event, and also for taking part here. Really great to speak to you as always.
Thank you.